Hey, Jimmy, when you're in the Metro North, what you do?
If I'm gonna listen to a podcast, I listen to Two Bros podcast.
Oh my God! Both bros?
Both bros.
Holy shit!
Not just one. It's gotta be two.
Fucking awesome. Oh, okay.
It's fixing. I mean, it fell. So it was
Sorry.
up right. No, had a wonderful time in Bahamas. It was beautiful. 79 in the morning and 85 at night. You know, it can't go wrong. First time staying there. Normally we've gone there three times we've been to the Bahamas. It's all been on cruise and only spent a day.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So this is the first time we've actually stayed, slept, had multiple days on the island, which was great, fantastic. Very expensive. Just to give you a scale, a case of water, $17. That's at a local grocery store.
Wow.
In town, like where the locals go.
Wow.
Not no tourist spot,
Right.
not off the. This is a local fresh market where regular people shop, and it shows why the oppression. Like it shows how the government the VAT, has levied so much taxes on things that it's just expensive. Now, granted, you have to get it there, right?
Right.
And not a lot of manufacturing there, but clearly the infrastructure is set up where they could be a little self-sufficient. It's like they're keeping them at bay. You could tell that there's a layer of oppression keeping them to a point.
Why would you say it's oppression?
Because, so speaking to the locals, he's one of the guys, like my driver, and he says it every time. He says the people can't make enough money to own or buy anything. They can't buy property. They have just enough to live. And every time you see somebody getting to the point of the level, the taxes go up. They can see it like a whole class of people. They are clearly controlling a class, like a specific class of people to keep them at bay where they can't own and buy. Even though you can, if you're lucky enough to have something handed down to you or family given, you're ahead of the game. But just enough to keep them above or the poverty line of, I wouldn't even call it middle class. I would call it, $17, $3 to $4 for one bottle of water. Versus obviously you can turn the faucet on and drink your own water you want. But a sprig of lettuce, a handful of it, $6.
Wow.
Yeah. So you could tell. I mean, definitely. And he's like, that's our grocery store. Like that's what we have to eat.
Right.
So you wind up eating shit off the trees. You grow your own. You try to, harvest your own. But interesting. The native people, have a way of life. I mean, they can pull shit out of the water. That's the beauty of it. Where they got conch coming out of their ears. They're all just eating conch every day. Like fry it, just grab it, saute it, do whatever you want with it. But
is it good?
Oh, conch is great. Yeah, conch is good. Really love it. Delicacy for us, I guess. It's kind of like calamari, gummy, chewy. They fry everything.
Conch fritters.
Conch fritters, all day long, and you get to enjoy. But beautiful weather, you can just kind of lay out and But great, we had a great time. Seton Hall went 2-1. Lost the first game to Oregon out the gate. Had a chance. They were up 20. Kid trips Miles Powell on the side, player when he's coming up the sideline, stuck his foot out.
That's deep.
Yeah. It went viral, like it was Twitter viral, like right away, and everybody was like, "Yo, did you see it?" Like people were sitting in the stands talking about what they saw on the court. We're sitting right there. We're sitting behind the team. We couldn't see it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're behind the team, so we didn't see what happened, and it didn't trip him to. Like he almost fell. It was like you saw the guy, saw the little foot go out. Whether he was adjusting his seat or not, whatever. And the virality of it. This is what I was going to say. I was trying to find that word. The virality of it affected the team. Did you hear the guy? Even the players who didn't see it, they were like, "Yo, the guy tried to trip Mom. Who said that? Oh, it's all on Twitter." They were so distracted by that.
Ah, okay.
So distracted by it, and 20 points evaporated.
So rather than focusing on playing the game.
They were focusing on the virality, the Twitter. Oh, word! Which guy?
Well, did it affect anything on the court? Like, did play stop? Did
No.
Like, did somebody from Seton Hall go over to the bench and
Nope.
Did the coach go over to the bench and say, "Yo, what the fuck is up with you?" I mean,
Nope.
none of that happened.
Nope. Not from what we saw. Again, we saw it from a fan's perspective and not from TV. So I guess.
But you didn't see any reaction.
No.
Like, nobody looked at the Oregon bench.
There was no ooh.
Right,
There was
right,
nothing
right,
in the stands that
right.
went ooh. There was none of that. Just that's here's everybody was just kind of on their. The sad part of it is everyone was on their phone when you're at the game, and everybody was like checking out the game on their phones, at the place. And then the lights went out. It was blackout.
No, that's the Bahamas for you.
Nice. Boom. Pow wow. And then right at the guy making a layup too. The guy was making a layup, and it was like boom. Oh shit! Lights went out.
Wow.
Yeah. So and then we stopped in to see. We went to one of the other games, North Carolina versus Alabama.
Okay.
Watched Cole Anthony. Malloy alumni Cole Anthony. He played a heck of a game. Beat Alabama. They were no competition, but Gonzaga and Michigan were the finals.
Michigan State.
Michigan,
not Michigan. Oh, that's right, Michigan.
State.
That's right, not
Correct.
Michigan State. Excuse me.
Juwan Howard coaches Michigan, unranked, and he beat Gonzaga in the finals.
Yeah, they won the tournament,
And,
right?
Yeah, they won the whole thing.
Nice.
And the beauty of this tournament was everyone was so approachable. Like, people were around, so you got to see Juwan Howard, Hubert Davis, Sean May of North Carolina. Who else was Clarence Weatherspoon?
Oh, okay.
Big Spoon. He's with Southern Mississippi. That was our
Okay.
first game. We played them, beat them. No, that was our second game.
So a lot of these dudes went back to their alma maters.
Yeah, I love that. I love seeing those guys go to their alma mater and give back. Especially after they've had a NBA career. It was cool. It was really cool. It was really good to see all those guys out there. Everyone was approachable. I did not know the fan power of Seton Hall itself. Just watching the kids. Run around, people asking for autographs and all that stuff. Yeah, it's so great to see. When my son played, when someone asked him for his autograph, I was like, "You guys want his autograph? He doesn't even play." And the kids always just somehow. It's like going to a game. You're there with your parents. He's like, "Dad, that's maybe you're a young player. Maybe you're aspiring to be something." Pretty cool thing.
Nice.
I can imagine that the kids and very humble. They were very humble when being asked or approached. I don't know how much of this was taught to them, in training and part of their coaching and saying, "Hey, look, people are gonna ask you for your autograph.
Right,
Don't be an
right.
asshole.
Right.
Even if you lose, you still got to be approachable." But a lot of the guys were, it was pretty. Dick Vitale announced the game. He's a Seton Hall alumni.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he actually says it on his page or something like that. It says, "They don't claim me, but I'm theirs. They can't get rid of me." He is a Seton Hall alumni. Yeah, baby.
I got so tired of hearing Dick Vitale.
Yeah.
Just me personally, just like if he was like announced, like if I would watch a college basketball game and he was announced, I was like, oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
like
I don't know
this
if I can get tired of him. I enjoy. You know what? I like him because he's smart. He knows.
He's definitely smart. He knows the game. Yes.
Yeah. What I'm not a fan of is this color commentary.
He goes off on. I don't know. I'm tired of it. Like I want to hear about the game. Tell me about the game.
Yeah.
Not all this other shit.
Well, that's what I mean. Like this new cat. It's not new. I've been told it wasn't new. Color commentator. They call it a color commentator. Like even Shaq's a color commentator.
That's not a new term, though.
I know that. I'm just saying it's new for me. I didn't.
Really?
I didn't know that was a job. Like.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know you could be a color commentator. And as my buddy Phil Green tells me, that's been since the 70s. Color commentators.
Yeah, somebody's there for like
they just used to play, and they're telling you what it's like from being on the court.
Yeah, it's like a little bit more, adding a little bit more, like rounding it out.
Yeah.
To add color to the black and white statistics that you have.
Yes. So
somebody else is responsible for that.
Yeah.
Making sure the players' names are pronounced correctly. Somebody else will tell you, I just fucked their mom on.
Oh gosh! Wow.
His mom's a firecracker.
Ooh, but didn't went to the beach only once off the boat. We had such a large group.
Mm-hmm.
It's so hard to manage everyone. Like trying to, not that we needed to, but it's like where you going, and then the game schedule was like if you win, you play here. If you don't, you play here.
Yeah.
So you had different time schedules.
Right.
So it was like kind of like leave the day open. We had the Airbnb we had was fantastic. Silk Cotton Villas.
Mm-hmm.
Much props to them. They ran it like a 5-star resort, as
Okay.
if it was a little bit less of accommodations where it wasn't this fancy furniture and all that
Mm-hmm.
other stuff. The TVs in every room, it had Wi-Fi.
Mm-hmm.
You could go to the breakfast hall and get stuff if you wanted. We shopped.
Mm-hmm.
We spent about $200 in groceries, but
$200.
$200. There's
groceries.
6 people in my house. It's 6 people in the house. So
200 people for what? 3 days?
5 days, 4 nights.
Okay.
All breakfast shit and
Ooh, that seems a lot though.
it's expensive. I told you.
Well, yeah, I
Case
know.
of water,
I'm just saying.
$17.
Like $200. That's expensive. If
Okay,
you're just gonna...
$30 of that was cases of water. So imagine, $32 of that was water. You know what I'm saying? You could drink it. You could drink it. Fuck that. No, but you need shit to carry with you and run and walk and and have stuff with you. So that's why we bought those spring waters. Yeah, so we spent most of it on breakfast stuff. And then hit the liquor store up, bought our own liquor, and then had Thanksgiving dinner at the place, which was great.
Right.
We had a nice little layout. They had the fixings, the whole thing. Again, a big crowd. People have dietary restrictions. People can't eat this, can't eat that. Very tough to find restaurants that have everything for everyone.
Right.
So that kind of stuff, that kind of stuff happened. But we had a great time. Shout out to my man Harry Murray in the Bahamas. If you're ever in the Bahamas and need transportation, or just a local guy to get you around to and from, Harry Murray's the guy. His son-in-law, Breck, took care of us pretty much the whole trip. Everything on the text and the WhatsApp, and just boop, where you going, where you need to be. Let me get you a car. If I can't get you one, I get you another guy. Anything you needed, meaning anything, weed, whatever. They got you covered in the Bahamas, man. And they made sure that we had the right vehicles. We were safe. We were going, they picked us up to and from. Any of the kids, they wanted to get a ride, they pick up a ride. Because some people, you catch a cab, it's $20, $10, they overcharge you, whatever. So, yeah, we had a nice time. Very nice time. It was very relaxing. Sit by the pool. This resort was actually, a guy had bought the place from the Canadian consulate, and it was like a villa, it's like apartments, I guess, for the Canadian consulate, and they wound up and turned it into like just Airbnb, flip key type stuff. Pretty efficient, just everything you need in the house. Not a lot of accommodations, not a lot of stuff you needed. Had 3 bathrooms in there, so for 6 people, we ratioed appropriately. It was really good, really good. I would say it was better than staying in a hotel for the amount of people we have, for the money we spent, and it was only I think we spent like $900 for the week.
It's not bad, I guess.
No, for 6 people, you split that up. Nice stay. You do miss the hotel stuff where you could just go downstairs and grab something and modern accommodations. You know what I'm saying? And then you can be in the same place of the hotel where the games were and walk around and see other shops and stuff like that. Go right back up to your room, take a shit. Come back down and what's going on? This way you're kind of like, oh man, stranded on an island. Which I solved the riddle of what we asked for on last show.
You saw what riddle?
Where was Gilligan's Island?
Oh, okay.
And it fucking was right there.
It was the Bahamas?
They could have swam. They clearly could have swam.
How could I call Harry Murray? I'm sure Harry Murray's dad used to live there.
We had Captain, oh man, I forget his last name, Captain something, took us out. He's took us out on the boat, and we just kind of went, and he was like, there's Gilligan's Island right there. And I was like, what? I was like, we just talked about this last week. Where was Gilligan's Island? And it's right there off the coast of the Bahamas, about 30 I don't know, about 30 kilometers from Paradise Island, from Atlantis. They could have swam. They could.
Yeah, you figure with all the shit that they had there, like nobody figured out how to make a fucking boat.
They've tried several times. And to be honest with you, the camera, now that I think of the show, and I even went back and looked at some older episodes, I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, I wanted to see, like, the angles. Could you have gotten any inclination of, because there's the row of coconut trees, which...
But they didn't film it in the Bahamas, did they?
They sure did.
Did they really?
They sure did.
Okay.
They said that most of it, they sat up there, and then most of it, they went on the coast and did some of the other stuff. But they literally set up shop on that island right there. That was where all the filming and stuff like that. Most of the major stuff was right there.
Oh,
that's
Gilligan's.
They even call it Gilligan's Island. They call it Gilligan's Island.
Props then. I thought most of that was like on the sound stage
studio.
And shit, in the studio.
No, they said it was like a big deal. They brought all the locals out. Some guys were talking about, my father used to work on that show. Yeah.
Wow. Source of local pride.
Yeah. I'm sure they filmed most of the stuff in studios and stuff where he created a science lab and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the stuff they needed beach and pretty cool.
Nice.
Pretty freaking cool.
Nice. Not as cool as the fact that this is Two Bros Podcast, episode 84.
Welcome to the Two Bros Podcast show.
You
mother fathers.
It's still raining outside. It started raining.
I know.
As I came in.
So happy post Thanksgiving.
And to you too.
You look like you had a wonderful spread.
Oh, it was a beautiful spread.
Ooh.
It was beautiful. Everything was just wonderful. And everything just came out great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Looks good. You know, anytime you can gather around with family, friends, and some good food.
Yeah, you just keep eating.
Kind of makes you wonder why you don't do it just like an every Sunday type of tradition.
Some families do.
Yeah.
Some families do, But,
and shout out to those that do.
Yeah. No, that's a good... So, like, Sunday dinner used to be, like, it was a big thing for a lot of families.
Yeah. We try to do a big Sunday dinner here every Sunday, and it's just... Everyone's just like, got to get ready for Monday,
Yeah.
Got that on their mind, like, Monday's coming. All right. But, yeah, a lot of... sort of the Iron Bowl. Who won it?
The Iron Bowl? Oh yeah, Alabama Auburn.
Auburn won.
Auburn won. Alabama will not be in the
Rose Bowl.
The playoffs. The right.
Eliminated.
From a national championship. They won't get it for the contention for the national championship.
Mm-hmm. And so, who do you think will go?
Who do I think will go? I think it's going to be the 4 teams in there now: LSU, Ohio State, Clemson, and Georgia. LSU and Georgia have to play for the SEC championship game.
Okay.
They'll play that next week.
Speculation
is that Georgia's going to lose. Georgia will fall out, and so there's going to be a question of who's going to come back in to the top 4, because the top 4 play for the national championship. So, and looks like right now it's probably going to be Utah.
Really?
Yeah, which is Utah's a very good team. They're like sitting on the outside, like waiting for somebody to drop so that they can come back in. I think the national champion at the end of the year is going to be LSU. I think they're the best team. Ohio State looks very good. Clemson looks very good, but
LSU still undefeated? No.
LSU is undefeated.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Clemson, and LSU were undefeated.
Oh, all undefeated. Wow. Mm-hmm. I've seen the rankings from LSU, and every time I look at the boxes and stuff like that, they're just like blowing everybody out.
Yeah.
Who's the quarterback there? Do they have a star kid?
A kid named Burrows. I can't remember his first name. Joe Burrows.
Okay.
Or whatever, Jason Burrows. But he's the man.
Yeah. Okay.
When you see him play, you can tell that he's the man.
So is he the top pick of this year's class? Will he be a senior?
I think he will. I think he will go in the draft. I think this year has elevated his status a little bit.
Okay.
So he'll definitely get a lot of attention.
Nice. Yeah, it's always good to know like who's the featured guy, who's the man, who's the man. It seems like there's always just 1 or 2 out of every class. Mm-hmm. You only get like 1 or 2 guys that are really like ready to plummet to the big game. And some guys just creep in and go, oh, he was a sleeper. And then you get that one fucking friend that goes, I was always watching that guy.
Always.
He wasn't watching him. He didn't know about the fucking guy.
See, cause I know.
What happened. He was in high school. I knew his father.
And his father was always feeding him whole milk. And I said, yo, Joe, why you always giving him whole milk? He was like, watch. I was like, okay. He told him he is whole milk.
I guess so. But was there anything in the States happening Thanksgiving that were newsworthy, or what? Parade happened, I guess.
Parade happened. No, I haven't been paying attention. Okay. Parade happened. There's some nut, and I kicked the shit again. There's some dude in England stabbed a few people.
Oh, wow.
And
went on a knifing rampage.
Yeah, knifing rampage. I think he killed 2 people.
Oh, he's looking for turkey. He was
got shot down.
Like, was this before Thanksgiving or after?
I think this was over the weekend.
Over the weekend.
This was over the weekend.
Jesus.
Bloomberg decides that he wants to be president.
Yep, we saw that.
So he's going to be running for president. He's got a lot of questions to answer, if you ask me. But
hey, but I think if anything but nothing at all, we don't know what's a real presidential candidate. That.
Yeah, because you figure that with all this stuff that's going on, it's like the kids are playing in the kiddie pool.
Yeah. Type
thing. It's like when the pool opens up, when you go time to go in the deep end, then now it's time to see who's going to be serious candidates, and we pretty much know that 90% of these people who are yelling at each other about shit, it's not going to amount to anything. Bloomberg is probably like the serious. I would say he's probably as serious a candidate as anybody in the Democratic field.
Really? Very well funded. He is a billionaire.
Right, got his own money.
So he's got his own money.
He's going to stay in it for the long haul.
Yeah, that's always a plus. As was Trump, I guess. Same thing. Had his own money and you could kind of buy your campaign.
Yeah.
Whatever that costs.
Yeah.
You're not worrying about that. You're not scrounging for those dollars.
He's got the benefit of him. He was the mayor. And then when he left, de Blasio became the mayor, and everybody hates de Blasio.
Right.
So now it's going to be one of those. Well, when I was mayor, this shit wasn't like this.
Right.
That type of thing.
Right.
We tried to do these other things and whatnot.
Only mayor in my lifetime to have 3 terms.
Yeah, which is an illegal term.
He
changed the law.
Illegal.
He changed the law.
Illegal. He did it.
He changed the law.
Wow.
He changed the law to run for a 3rd term and got support from the city council, which was run by Christine Gillibrand, who also ran for president earlier in the year. So
Gillibrand.
Gillibrand, yeah.
They say
Gillibrand, whatever. So that's a question I would like answered too, because he's touting that. If you look at his advertising thing, said he had a successful 3 terms as mayor. So wait a minute, you kind of only allowed 2. Somebody should ask, well, how'd you get that 3rd one, Mr. Bloomberg? Can you tell us how that happened?
Yeah, and that would offset the even and odd numbers of things. I guess if there's only 4 terms, 2 terms, or whatever.
Well, it begs the question. So if you become president and you don't like how shit's going, you're gonna change the law so that you can be president again?
Wow,
some more.
More?
Just do it again.
Get some more.
Right.
Want some more run?
It's kind of like you had your shot, dudes. And
want some more run?
I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna do this again.
But again. Is this a loophole? Is this something that he found a loophole that allowed him to do this?
I don't think he found a loophole. I think he just challenged the law, changed it, and they said, okay.
It worked. But he seemed to have done a fair job as a New Yorker. I didn't feel any sense of politics going right or wrong. It didn't seem like a very political time in our lives. That
he's, for the most part, he seemed to be very practical.
So this was 10 years, 12 years? What did we do? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12?
Yeah.
12 years we had with Bloomberg.
Mayor.
Wow.
And I don't think I can say we, because we live out in Long Island now. So
yeah.
But still, he's close to us. And
well,
So he was very, I guess, practical. He made a lot of practical decisions. He, in my opinion, clearly was helping out his real estate developer friends with shit. And so, there's a lot of the stuff that happened in Brooklyn in which, he pretty much said, well, the real estate developers can have it. And the people who live there would say, well, wait a minute, we kind of live here. And they're like, yeah, we're kind of taking this over. So,
yeah.
You don't live here anymore. So.
Right. You didn't buy enough.
Right.
Monopoly. Guys who played Monopoly before?
It was one of those things. He did that over at the, when he tried to do the thing over the Hudson Yards.
Yeah. What he do? I don't know what he did.
I think he tried to. Well, I think there was an attempt to build a stadium there.
Oh yeah, it was. It wasn't. It was going to put a Yankee.
The Jets. The Jets was supposed to be there, and he wanted to do that, and he tried to give it over to his developer friends. The only problem is that he ran into people who had just as much money as he did. Mm-hmm. People who opposed it. So people who there was a lot of old money in that area.
Yeah, well,
who basically said, "No, I got a couple $100 million in here, and I'll be goddamn if I'm gonna let you come in here." And,
the Related Group did a wonderful job of buying out, Ron Wackrow, and I know those guys. I mean, they're tough. I mean, they are, they're one of the biggest hitters in the world,
and they've been around for a while.
Yeah,
there's a lot of old money in there.
And they're with Silverstein and all those guys, and
who I think is in jail. Is Silverstein in jail?
No, he's not.
Or did he get kicked out? Or
well, he won the case with the insurance thing. With the insurance, he got like gazillion $1 million or whatever, and he beat the fraud case. He beat it. He beat it. That was the one they were going on insurance fraud.
Okay.
For 9/11 for the towers. Which, hey, the more you look at it, the more just tin hat, it becomes a conspiracy.
Pretty much, right.
Follow the money. You can't follow the money with these guys. When you can't count that high, you fall out of the race, and you're not even qualified to talk on money talk like that level. It becomes you don't have any of this, so you don't know what $100 million does.
That was I'm reading a book now called Talking to Strangers. It's about Malcolm Gladwell. And one of the things that he talks about the Bernie Madoff. Bernie Madoff thing. And that was Bernie Madoff's thing when he would talk to regulators who were dudes a couple years out of college and stuff like that.
So you don't know.
Said, look, you don't know how this works and stuff like that.
Right.
This is, I'm buying derivatives. When you buy derivatives, blah, 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 blah,
it's out of your league.
Yeah, it's out of, don't talk to me stuff like
Flux capacitor.
Right. And it basically was one dude who was like investigating him for like 9 years who basically said, no, this doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like these numbers just don't add up.
Yeah. And
you can only deal with this amount of money. With only certain people have this much amount of money that you would be investing with.
Right.
And
so it's got to be one of these two players.
And so when he talks to everybody, they were like, no, I don't deal with Bernie Madoff. No, I don't deal with Bernie Madoff. No, we don't deal with Bernie Madoff. Well, who the fuck is handling all this goddamn money? And so that's where, exactly. Aha.
Taste the soup.
And so eventually it became, look, everybody says that they're not fucking with you.
Right.
But you're talking about you have $600-800 million invested and stuff. This shit don't add up.
Man.
And finally it came and said, no, it's in my pocket.
Is he still in jail, that guy? Is he dead?
Yeah. No, I don't think he's dead.
Not dead. Okay.
No.
Wow. And his kids are probably fucked.
I think didn't one of his kids commit suicide?
Something like that. One of his kids was, I don't know the story behind it, but I know one of them was pretty bad. Like he was, couldn't take the pressure.
Exactly.
The press kept bothering him.
Yeah, and I think one of his kids committed suicide.
Oh.
And I think, I don't know if he's dead or not. He might
still be alive. They know Robert De Niro played him or something, right?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I didn't see it.
Oh, it was good. You need to check that out.
Yeah. I did not see it. I did see damn, what the fuck is it? Brian Banks. The Brian Banks story. Stars that guy who plays in City on a Hill, the black guy.
Okay.
Damn. It's about a football player who was wrongly accused of a rape.
Right.
And it turned out to be a true story. I guess it was about an Atlanta Falcon player who, at 28, became the oldest rookie.
The oldest rookie, right.
Yeah. This whole movie speaks, and Greg Kinnear played the CIP guy, the Citizens Innocence Project leader. He did a fabulous job, Greg Kinnear. I like him. He's sometimes play this old kind of withering guy, and then he played a really strong character.
Okay.
But this speaks very loudly to the he said, she said
narrative.
Rape. Yeah, that narrative that he raped me. No DNA, no nothing, just a he said, she say. And blew this guy's career. He spent 6 years in jail. Got out, took a plea, you know, which is the ultimate,
It's one of those things where, like,
Like, have we?
Like, what do you do? Like from the distance, you sit back and you say, well, if you're innocent, you really shouldn't
take the plea.
Take the plea.
Yeah.
But then when you look at the reality of it, it's okay. You want to risk going to jail for 30, 40, 50 years and, you know?
Yeah. That looming jail time, you're going to be in here forever.
Yeah.
If you don't take this.
It's a scary proposition.
Wow. That's rocking a hard place. I
Yeah.
mean, that's really like, oh, shit, you'll be a registered sex offender for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to contemplate, I think I can handle that. Like, as opposed to, shit, I can't do 30 years in here.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'd rather be outside and be limited. Wow, what a fucking choice you have to make. So to take the plea, you know, you'd hear. But then you see stories like Khalif Browder. You ever seen that guy? The
yes.
Khalif Browder story?
Yes, yes.
Where he did not take the plea.
Correct.
Drove him batshit crazy.
Yes.
Hung himself.
Yes.
Even after. And that's how clearly shown the system failed. Like, he was failed.
Yeah.
He was completely failed by the system. For a pocketbook. You know,
a pocketbook.
A pocketbook.
For a pocketbook. Listen, there's unfortunately, there's tons of stories like that. You know, Sandra Bland.
Sandra Bland. Oh, my God.
Dead because she got a traffic ticket. You know.
Yeah.
And not even for a traffic ticket, because she didn't want to put out a cigarette.
Right.
You know, which rightfully so. Like, and she was within her right to do that. So, I mean, the first response should have been that. First of all, that police officer should have been fired right away.
Right.
Because that you have no right to ask the person to do something inside
their
vehicle when your life is not in danger.
Right.
It's not like they reached in the glove compartment.
Right.
And shit like that. No, she lit a cigarette.
Right.
She can do whatever the fuck she wants in her car.
Right.
It's her property.
Innocent until proven guilty. And you are not the judge or jury. So police officers, man, I mean, they are the front line. They are the ambassadors of our society.
Yeah.
And they really have a daunting task of mediating, you know, someone's life. I mean, you could escalate this to a point, or you could de-escalate it. You know.
I think what happens, and I think this is what happened in the Sandra Bland thing. I mean, I can't speak for anybody.
Yeah.
But I think you get to a point in which you realize that you've put yourself in a scenario to which you fucked up.
Yeah.
So now you either jump all in, or you back out and say, "Hey, you know what? I kind of fucked this up.
Yep.
Let me leave it here, and let me go back and tell my people. Say, hey, look, I fucked up here. There really was no reason for me to pull her over.
Right.
Blah, 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 and shit like that. But that was my bad. I fucked up." Or you jump all the way in and say, well, now she's being defiant because she didn't undo the cigarette.
She's resisting.
I'll light you up. And say, wait a minute. How'd we get here? So you got to...
escalate versus de-escalate.
Right.
You know, they
which is, I think, your job as a police officer. I think your job as a police officer is to de-escalate.
De-escalate.
Your job is to de-escalate, stop everything,
Yeah.
unless you see people's lives in jeopardy. If people's lives in jeopardy,
100%.
then you're the one who runs interference. I never understood that notion that police officers say, hey, I just want to get home safe. No, your job is not to get home safe.
Yeah.
Your job is to make sure that I get home safe.
Yeah, correct.
You're the one that runs interference.
You took the ultimate...
And risk your life.
Yeah.
That's why we give you training. That's why we give you a gun.
You're very well protected.
You take the shot. I'm not supposed to take the shot. You're supposed to take the shot.
Right. Wow. I agree. And there's so many instances that, you know, can be life-changing. All just for... I really, you know, and again, like you said, not speaking for anyone, but I'm totally in belief that there's one moment that happens, or one word that says, fuck you.
Right.
And it's like, oh, fuck me? No, fuck you.
Right. And then shit starts rolling down, and
it goes all one way.
You can't put the genie back in the bottle, as they say.
Right. And once you show a disrespect for the person, they take it personally. You know, once you see them go where they taking it personal, and it's like, oh shit, you know, they're not gonna back down. They're gonna go all in to the point of, hey, I'm the law. I have the last say. You're not gonna talk over me.
Yeah, and it becomes one of those, because like if Sandra Bland said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were done. My apologies. Let me put this cigarette out."
Would it go backwards?
Would she be alive today?
We'll never know.
You know, or would this dude would have picked on something else?
Yeah.
To said, "Hey, I didn't say put it out."
Right.
I just said
light it back
down.
up again.
Yeah, light it back up again. So you can,
Oh, she lit it.
Some shit. Oh, is that a legal lighter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I you know what? It's never a good thing once you have more than yes sir, no sir.
Yeah.
And I've taught my son to the best of the ability and he's very combative when he thinks he's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I keep telling him like that won't work with the police.
Unfortunately.
And unfortunately, you gotta eat your sour grapes right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
Smile and enjoy it. Find another way because there is no going back. And thank God he plays sports.
Mm-hmm.
I keep telling him saying the ref won't change the call.
Yeah.
He made the call. Now he's got conviction. 30,000 people watching. He can't change.
He ain't changing the call.
He ain't changing.
Yep.
Wrong and strong. Stay with it. Stick to it. And the more you escalate, see, told you he was combative.
Yeah.
See, look at him. Nigga this, nigga that, nigga. Look at him. Jittery. Guys, partner comes. What's going on? He's hocked up. The partner thinks his buddy's in trouble. 2 escalate, 3 escalate. Ooh. Legos are stacked.
Yeah.
Man. Speaking of Legos, I saw a Lego hotel room. Like,
oh, yeah?
They made it out of Legos, yeah.
Like an actual Lego hotel room?
Yeah.
I think I've seen something like that before.
Yeah, I've seen it. And
they got one of these shows now, like, you know how they have these challenges, like, cake challenge and cupcake challenge. They're having a Lego. Like, you build Legos. Like, you build, like, a Lego hotel, or the theme is, Halloween something.
I'm laughing because, do you remember when you set your fucking dominoes up? You had dominoes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember this?
Yes. I broke it. Day one.
And you had the cheap dominoes, the ones that flip up. They were attached.
Yes.
They were attached to a thing. You click it and you...
Some were attached, some were... Yes, but a lot of them were attached.
The loose pieces for the turns. There was a bridge.
Yeah.
There was all this other fucking shit. And you just went ape shit and smashed the whole fucking thing.
I did.
Boy.
It just kept falling. It falling.
Patience is never thought of that the ground was uneven. Never thought that the floor was, we lived in a shitty apartment. The floor was fucked up.
What was that, 14?
I don't know. You smashed the shit out of it.
This stupid fucking thing.
Dominoes. And they were like a easy set.
It was a cheap domino. It was a cheap domino. It was a toy. It was like, something
Fisher Price.
Usually you don't get what you want. I wanted that, and I got this is good. And the first day I opened it up, broke it.
But amazingly, how on TV, they show it looks like you could do the whole room.
Best of it.
Yeah,
exactly.
The best fucking scenario. Those used to be fun. Those were good old days. Thinking of Christmas coming on the way. Is
anybody caroling around here in this neighborhood? Because
Not
like
in this
half
neighborhood.
a Jewish neighborhood.
No, ain't nobody caroling.
That there was something's going on
What?
on your block, because like thousands of cars are driving past, and I don't know if somebody's having a party or something like that. But
usually it's Sabbath or no, this is Sunday. So
no, Sunday.
Today's a
something's going on.
There may be a Jewish holiday.
Just I don't know what the hell it is. But it took me forever to just because I usually come in, I turn on your block, and I'll turn in your driveway, back out, and then park. Yeah. So I did that. Turn, and then lo and behold, like thousands, it would seem like just hundreds of cars, like boom, 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 passing up, and then you got the 2 cars facing each other, and nobody wanting to move,
I hate
and stuff, and just look, somebody bite the bullet and just move out of the fucking way, just please, so that we all can
get by,
just for something. And so I don't know what it is, but it's an event going on in your block.
This driving by stare down business. Where are you going? Like, that's what I can. I was always wanting to have some sort of, when I had my truck years ago, my tracker in the 90s, I had that air horn. Like, framp! Oh, get out of the way. You just framp somebody out. Framp, framp, framp. And they move quickly. But yeah, Christmas holidays used to be fun, going through toy books and looking for stuff and kind of anticipating, what you're going to get, something to enjoy. And now, I guess as we all grow, we don't have that same thing. I guess you have babies now.
Well, but he's not,
Yeah. He'll be happy to open anything.
Yeah,
he's just play with a ball. see what colors.
He has no wants, so
Yeah.
there are no wants for him, and he has no, and then actually he has no needs.
Yeah.
So there's no,
Yeah,
I mean,
It's
we're wondering. People are asking us, what do we give him?
yeah.
What can I get for him? And I'm like, he really doesn't need anything.
Right.
And we really don't want your
Clutter.
clutter. What's going to be?
That's what it's gonna be. Pure clutter.
I'm trying to convince my wife to tell people to just say, look, this is the account he has for his scholarship money. We would appreciate a donation to that.
College fund is doable.
It's tax deductible.
Yep.
So if
If
that helps you out, there's really no thing that we need. There's really no article that we need. And anything is appreciated. Love it. We don't want to turn down, anybody's gift, but really don't want all that clutter.
Well, that is a great gift, and it doesn't take up space.
No.
It doesn't take up any gigabytes, any drives. It doesn't have wrapping
It's
paper.
thoughtful, thinking of the future.
It doesn't go to the landfill. And
I think people just want to not give you a gift, but people want you to know that they gave you a gift.
100%.
I think it has nothing to do with giving something to somebody. I think it has more to do with, look at what I gave you.
Yeah,
Aren't I a good person because I gave you a gift?
Yeah. Well, it's consciousness.
Yeah.
It's just to clear your conscience of, hey, you know what, it's like coming to someone's house empty-handed.
Mm-hmm.
We had the party last time. This lady brought 3 bottles of champagne. Nice gesture.
Mm-hmm.
But she asked for Grey Goose, and so she brought Andre 3 for $9.99. And asked for 1,800 tequilas and all kinds of stuff that we had.
Tequila and Grey Goose, those 2 drinks cost more than what you.
And you
than
didn't even
just
drink
brought.
the stuff you brought. Like the whole idea of a BYOB party
Is to bring
to
your
bring
drink.
what you like.
Right.
Bring what you like so that you can have a good time.
So you can have a good time, and you won't inconvenience other people.
And then if somebody like, yo, what you drink? Oh, this is my drink. Come over here. I'll pour you one of my drinks.
Yeah.
Or you go from table to table to something. I just never understood it. Especially people that drink, that like drinking. You should want to bring your own, not drink what's available. Oh, and complain. You guys don't got any Schlitz malt liquor? Fuck you.
You're gonna show up with champagne.
Yeah.
And complain with what's
man, tis the season to be jolly, but god dang it,
This is the season to be a bitter, fucking
Yeah.
complaining little sack of nothing.
Sack
Like,
of
what,
nothing.
what would the response be if you told everybody, or if somebody just told everybody, say, hey, look, you know what, we kind of got under some bills and stuff like that, and we're not giving anybody any gifts this year.
Yeah,
That would be great.
it'd be fantastic.
It
People
be
would say,
wonderful.
"My man, don't worry about it. Everybody,
Yeah.
yo, don't worry about it, man. Get yourself right,
I think gift giving gets in the way of the fucking holiday.
Sure
season.
does.
Like, this pressure you feel to give a gift.
Anxiety.
And it becomes this, and it's shit that 95% of the time you don't need. You don't need more anything. And for some reason, the only goddamn commercials I see on TV are fucking giving somebody a car for Christmas.
Yeah, with the
Who
bow, right?
Who the fuck is doing this?
For years,
buying 2 cars
for years, this lady has been expecting a car to be outside with a bow on it. I said, if they never made that commercial, you'd never want it. But there's no way in your head. One day, my husband's gonna. That's a real man. What? That's the man. It's a TV show. It's a commercial. It's made to make you buy it. Do you even want that car? No, I don't care what car. Okay, I'm bringing
You
jalopy,
gotta get
rusty.
you gotta get the Hot Wheels now. And just,
this car.
you can pick which one you want, but you want the ambulance, you want the.
Oh, I can put I can superimpose the picture from the window to the. You know how they make it look like it's large and big, and then you pull up to it and go, supplies. That would be fun.
Or get a neighbor who has like a pretty nice looking car. Say, hey, look, help me out here with this trick I want to play with my wife. I just want to put this bow on your car. What's outside? And just have my wife look outside the window.
Shrimp. What are you doing, man?
And you just lock the door. You just lock the door. She wants to come back.
Boy, oh boy. No, she has had this thing where it has to have a bow on, big red bow on it, and it would be. And I said, then after that, and I hand you the card note. That's fun.
There you go.
That's the fun.
Next month, it's $622.
Right. Well, I don't understand. Why would you want this? But boy, did I used to enjoy Christmas racetracks. Racetracks was a fun thing to have at Christmas, man. Just nice AFX or Tyco.
The Tyco ones. And we used to. That was a common gift for us.
Beef them up and put fucking cotton balls underneath it, make it go a little faster.
That was a common. A racetrack was a common gift for us.
What a great gift!
Of course, then the flip side was when we fucked up. Mom would use them to whip our ass.
Yes.
With them. So I got like, hey, now I know why we're getting all these damn races.
You know, AFX was Tyco. You could keep adding the pieces to it. AFX kept changing it.
Changing it, and you couldn't mix one with the other.
Yeah, it was really, they had like
pain in the ass.
two lines.
You had about a whole.
By the way, those were very fucking dangerous. There was pure current running through the line.
Yes.
You stick your tongue on that fucker, or you do some bullshit, and you are in trouble.
Yes.
9 volts or 12 volts going straight up your ass. Very dangerous in the racetrack.
Yes, days everything was dangerous.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty weird, but do you guys put up a tree? Do you do the customary right after Thanksgiving, then start putting it up? Or?
We actually got up stockings.
So
we're putting up stockings. We're gonna decorate like the hallway. We're not gonna do a tree simply because Miles will just knock it down.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe something like small that we can like put on a table or something like that, like out of the way, because he's at that age now he can walk around, so he'll just walk around and he'll just grab it and he'll just knock it down.
So give me,
right? So maybe like something small we'll put out of the way, but a hallway we're gonna decorate. We're gonna put like lights and stuff like that. We're already starting to put stockings up and stuff like that. And so.
We do this. Who's gonna go get the stuff out the room?
You know it's gonna be you.
No. Never is. Never is. And I keep telling you guys got to get in the spirit. You pull yourself off your bootstraps. It's all here packed in the closet and all this stuff.
Let's play the Christmas music.
Just take one box at a time.
Have some hot chocolate on the stove and let's all hit it.
Some coquito, Yeah, but that's the move, man. That's the MO. So
I remember this episode of the Cosby Show in which he's doing Christmas lights, in which he's like untangling all the Christmas lights. And he said, that's why I do these Christmas lights, because every time I pull them out, everybody leaves.
Yeah.
So I know I'm going to have some time to myself.
Yeah. I remember just being a daunting task with just Christmas lights. It just bulbs all over the place. Very messy, a lot of little parts and,
Be cool if Jesus ever came back and he says, hey, I never said do all this shit. Whose idea was this tree? I never said anything about a tree. What you...
Yeah, I think for me it's Charlie Brown. Like, it's not Jesus. Charlie Brown made me like Christmas.
But that's a pagan symbol.
Yeah,
the tree is a symbol of pagan idolatry.
Yeah. Don't know how. Don't know. We don't do tree at Christmas. We don't. I mean, at church.
Yeah.
We don't have anything to do with any of those symbols. The journey of whether you want to believe it or not, or whatever people's beliefs, but the
ascension.
But I think people get caught, like when you, in any religion or any belief, when you grab onto the things of it, you miss the bigger lessons, and most of them are just fortune cookie lessons, like be kind to others, go plant a tree, don't shit on your neighbor's lawn, There's simple life lessons that I think we all can live by. Like if you read the Quran or you read the Torah or you read it, they're all gonna tell you good things, like just be nice, you know?
Right.
Just overall be nice.
Right, but when you listen to the actual stories, they're kind of fucking horrific.
Oh, they're horrific. Beat you with an ass bone or a jawbone and strike you down and smite you. And
you can what's one of the thing in the Quran? You can beat your wife as long as the stick isn't bigger than your thumb or some shit like that, or
even beat your slaves. Just don't beat their face.
Right, not in the face.
Not in the face, so they can't sell them again. Always beat them on the back. Wow.
wonder what Libya's doing for Christmas.
Oh,
selling slaves for Christmas.
Probably
After that failed state.
Yeah.
Say what you want about Gaddafi. Mm-hmm. What was that statement that somebody made that certain people, okay, they might have been bad people.
Yeah.
But they kept shit at boot level, so to speak. So, okay, They were not good people, but they sort of kept that shit in check.
Yeah.
So that nobody else had to deal with it. And now that they're gone, it's fucking. Have you seen shit? You can go on YouTube and watch a fucking slave trade going on in Libya. And they're using fucking Bitcoin.
Yeah.
To trade it.
It's not good.
So it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it's not good over there. And it's a lot of bullshit going on in that country, and I think we've received bits and pieces of it, and I think the amount of information that is given is somewhat altered and oppressed a little bit to show you what a vision of someone's agenda. Remember this Coney 2020? Remember him, Coney?
Yeah, mm-hmm,
James Coney or whatever else. The guy was gonna go kill
the
everybody.
guy. And
it was like the boogeyman.
There was there was like some 3-week mission to go find him and just whatever.
Coney 2012, and that guy went batshit crazy. The guy who did the whole campaign got all that money, and they slipped him a little Mickey.
Yeah,
he's in an insane asylum now.
He was on a street corner
in San Diego,
like taking off his clothes and shit. Like, dude, okay, wait a minute.
I thought you were running this big campaign, and
like, you can't have the full package. Like, you can't have somebody dedicated to a cause,
Coney,
without them now being batshit nuts.
But this guy had a logo. Like they tried to make this guy like a Che Guevara, like a I mean they tried to iconize this guy and give him his own logo, and I think everyone knows the Che Guevara face and but don't know the story.
Right, exactly.
They don't know anything about the fucking.
They use it as a symbol.
They use it as a symbol
of fighting the man, fighting for your freedom and stuff like that. And never mind the thousands of people he killed.
Yeah, but you may be a casualty of this war.
I remember I had a conversation with somebody who was gay, who was talking about people, and they mentioned Che Guevara. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, not for nothing, Che Guevara was not a big fan of homosexuals. They actually imprisoned and ultimately killed a lot of homosexuals. And their answer for that was, well, if you want to believe that, like, all right, well then, I guess this fucking conversation ain't going nowhere else then.
Yeah, he picked the good parts of the story that he wanted, and made it sound like it was okay.
Yeah.
My, how times have changed.
Che Guevara is not listen, his whole history was that of he was a spoiled kid.
Yep.
Like there's like stories of him like raping his servants and stuff like that and what have you. And just all the way, just from his whole entire life. He was just this spoiled, entitled kid, and then, got involved in the Cuban Revolution, and it just transcended there.
It sounded like he was the Brad Pitt in the 12 Monkeys. That's because my father says that I can have what I want. Did you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Did you finally see it? Oh, okay.
Oh, great movie.
Did you like it?
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did. Ooh. Yes, anything in the vein of the Tarantino. I always, I wonder, like, how is he going to do it? It's like, how is he going to pull this off? Like, how are you going to, like, what are you going to do to make this a classic movie? And so I watched it again after and found more stuff, you know what I mean? Not found more stuff, but just found more ways to like it, to like it even more. And it's one of the, like, I'm always intrigued by how much I go back and watch QT's movies, and I like them again. And I find things to continually
because
like
you know the story, so now you're not paying attention to the story.
Right.
You're paying attention to other shit.
Yeah.
So like, oh wait a minute, I didn't know this was going on in the background. Right. Or wait a minute, that's the same car that was used in blah blah blah.
Yeah. I mean, like, just simple shit like the fucking when he went to fix the roof, the belt buckle, the fucking beer in the holster, the gloves. He was like the Robert Redford Marlboro man,
and doesn't explain any of it. No, just it's what it is.
Just has this whole fucking thing. Just like, okay, all right, go up there, fix a fucking antenna, stare at this girl over here.
Great filmmaker, great storyteller,
and
legitimately just doesn't give a fuck. Right. Just doesn't care what you think.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Don't watch it. Don't give a fuck.
Sure.
He's gonna make his movie. He's gonna do it his way.
Yeah.
And that's it. And maybe that's the secret. Maybe that's the secret to doing.
I think so.
You know, like not like kowtowing to anybody's opinion of anything. Just make your movie.
Yeah.
And then.
I really
let
think
the
so.
chips fall where they may.
I really think so. I mean, you got to have some sort of a foresight and some vision to kind of just be like, yo, you know what? I'm going there. I'm gonna, trust you. This is a trust me guy. Like,
Yeah.
You got to trust him.
Right.
You can't. And I'm willing to bet that he compartmentalizes the whole crew to like, just do this. Just don't think about what I'm doing over here.
Yeah.
Do this that way, but it's gonna look hard. Just do it. What I say, just do it.
Right.
Even DiCaprio impressed me in this movie. He was this coughing loser drinking whiskey, put his face in ice. I'm a fucking loser.
Yeah, they definitely. He's done a few movies that were departures.
Yeah.
From the thing when he did Django Unchained, that was another.
Yeah.
That was another departure.
Yeah.
From
No, I like it. I really liked it. I just watched it again and had some defining moments in it. And just then at the end, the flame, the whole shit at the end is just like, whoa, what the fuck is this? On? It was like Dusk Till Dawn meets Reservoir Dogs meets Rosemary's Baby. And,
all kinds of crazy shit happening.
All kinds of crazy shit happening. Man.
Did you see what movie was that? I'm thinking about DiCaprio now. The movie they did was supposed to be about like a take on Whitey Bulger, but it was
Departure.
It was the Departed. The Departed.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were mentioning.
Yes, The Departed.
Oh, okay.
Which was another good movie, and it was a movie that at the end just went nuts because everybody was killing everybody.
Yeah.
There was like a 3-minute span in which 9 people just killed each other, like pow. Yeah. Whew, I'm glad we got hit. Pow!
Yeah. Now you
like, it looks like you were the guy that was helping us the whole time. Pow! Like, holy shit, who can we stop killing people?
Matt Damon and DiCaprio in that one. Both. I really like those opposing roles. Like, they were like kind of like, cat and mouse. Anytime you get like a cat and mouse kind of thing. I'll tell you another good one with switching to Matt Damon, The Good Son. I don't know if you've ever seen it. The Good Son with when he was J. Edgar Hoover's right-hand man in the FBI and the CIA thing. Oh.
The Good Son.
A great fucking movie. Is that the name of it? Now you're making me guess. Yes, when he's this total CIA agent.
When the CIA started.
Started, yes.
It's not The Good Son. I know what you're talking about. That was a good movie. Maybe it was The Good Son.
Matt Damon.
CIA
movie where he has to kill his son. He kills his son's daughter. The Good Shepherd.
Good Shepherd. Yes.
Good Shepherd.
Yes.
Sorry. Good
That was a good movie. Yes.
Culkin, I think. Yes. Good Shepherd.
When it sent us around the Bay of Pigs and somebody, how did they know what was going on in the Bay of Pigs, and it goes you through the whole. Yeah. Yes, that was a good movie.
They believed his daughter-in-law was an operative or something. Like she was an op. But you just couldn't trust anybody in that fucking movie.
But that's the whole thing.
Right.
That was the whole thing. So you really can't trust any fucking body.
And I love I love that clandestine shit that's like, meet me in the altar box and you say shit through a poem and that's a movie you could watch over and over and you go, oh shit, this is some bad shit. Very deep in the writing, where the writing is it's not a lot of action. It's not combative. You don't see that. It's all fucking.
It's all you got to pay attention.
Yeah,
you got to pay attention. You got to listen, and it is chess.
Chess.
And thank God for the John Turturro character.
Yes,
because that movie had the possibility of making you want to kill yourself. Because you were thinking about so much, and then all of a sudden the John Turturro character came in and kind of lightened it up a little bit. And then you kept going.
Yeah.
So okay, whew.
Oh,
you are gonna have fun here. Okay.
What a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
So how do you know you're in the right office? They said there was some serious son of a bitch with no sense of humor. There can't be two of you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. I wonder who directed that.
That was that Scorsese?
Directed by, let's see, cast.
De Niro was in it. And
Yep, De Niro, Angelina
Jolie.
Jolie, Billy Crudup. He played a good.
Yeah.
Baldwin, Timothy Hutton, John Turturro.
No, that was a good movie.
Yeah, sure was.
That was Scorsese?
It doesn't.
Oh, no. Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't.
That can't. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. But it probably was. Knowing Scorsese. 50 Cent was on my plane. Yeah.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
Okay.
Curtis Jackson and his new boo and his bae was on vacation.
Okay.
Funny how in public sees him like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he had no entourage. It was just him and his girlfriend.
Okay.
So he was kind of like, he was just regular. Like he was just
trying to be as regular.
Trying to be as regular as possible until the one person goes, oh, shit. People screaming, that's 50 Cent. Then the one girl, can I get a picture, please? For the girls, he would take pictures. Dudes, he was looking like, man, listen, these guys asking for pictures. And then he kind of just chilled. I guess he went to the lounge while we were waiting. And then he came to the plane and then told the girl, he said, look, I'll get on last. Because there's no first class on this flight.
Okay.
It's just
a
you sit in front. I mean, no, it was I don't know what plane it was, an A-76. It was a big plane.
Okay.
But there was no
same.
super lounge in the front,
Okay.
where with the comfortable seats
Okay.
and stuff. It just had bigger seats, and he sat right in the front. But he was like, I'll get on last, because if I get on now, people are going to walk by and stop.
Right.
And, he'll never get by. So he said, I'll get on last. And
You heard him say that?
Yes, he was
Okay.
standing next to me when he
Okay.
when he came up to the counter because the girl came with him, and that's when more people. Oh my God, 50 Cent! Oh, the 50 Cent.
The 50 Cent.
Yeah,
Somebody tried to break $1.
yeah.
Did you say anything?
I didn't say nothing to
Okay.
him. I just head nodded and just I know his barber, my man Light. Shout out Light, cool cuts. His barber's really cool with me and my crew, and but. No point in trying to prove that,
Right.
know. And hey, I know you're from. We went to Martin Van Buren High School together, and blah blah blah. No, not gonna happen.
No.
No. I'm no fan. I mean,
You're a VB.
Yeah, I just don't do the public groupieism.
That's that, and especially like you said, when you're not a fan.
Yeah.
Like if you yourself
Yeah.
don't care about that person,
Yeah.
it's amazing how that changes.
Yeah. So
Like,
my
it's like-
daughter was kind of like, oh well. So I was like, you do your thing, because I don't want to be the reason you not see a fan and get excited. So you're a kid, you're 19 or whatever else. You should be excited. But she was like, Dad, don't you know his friends? And you want me to mediate it? No, that's not gonna happen. I don't know nothing. She didn't do that, by the way. She just kind of was like, oh, Dad, shouldn't we wait for Mom here? Like she just really like acted it out. I was like, no, let's go. I'm going this way. You could do whatever the fuck you want. No, I mean, I take that back. I am a fan. I like his music. I like but I also like regular.
You're not a sycophant. You're not a
No. I don't need his autograph.
Right,
I don't need it. I don't need the selfie with him to validate what I am or because at my friends that all take celebrity pictures and stuff like that. No offense to you guys, but if I don't know you. Like if he can't be like, yo, what up, Chad? How you been?
Right.
That's not. This picture doesn't mean anything to me. Like I saw him at the airport and look at it, and you were lucky to get the picture. That doesn't mean you have a validation.
Yeah.
So that's clout chasing to me. Like you just
means
like
luck.
if I posted it now, if it was if there was some kind of correspondence or whatever, or if my man Light was there, it would have made a difference. It
would have made a big difference.
Because then I would have said what's up to him, and he would have said, "Oh, this is my man from the block," whatever. That's different.
Right.
And even Light, I don't know that well. I know him through my other friends.
Right.
So even that wasn't even enough to But I like people when they're regular, like just regular.
And wasn't causing a fuss or nothing like that. Nothing,
Nope. I mean, the people were kind of like, well.
People around him were like you said, like the people were like,
few-
"Oh shit, it was 50 Cent." Oh.
White folks only. The white folks. Oh, the 50 Cent.
The 50 Cent.
And the crazy part was, and so I said to the lady, and I said, that just validates you. You're regular. You're in the Bahamas. You're doing stuff that celebrities do. Look at you. You're a celebrity. And she was like, yeah. Look at that. He went to the same place we went to. You're human.
There you go.
Welcome to civilization.
There you go. Look
You've
at
become
that.
human now.
How privileged life you live.
Yeah, mighty how people get excited over celebrities, you know.
Ding, dong, ding, dong, ding, dong, dong.
Yeah. So, man, we are only 20 days away from the level 1 Christmas holiday party. We are having the masquerade.
A masquerade Christmas party?
Yes, a Mardi Gras soiree.
Ooh.
For Christmas. It is December 21st. We'll try to post some links. I always say that. I did post a GoFundMe in the link.
Yes, you
saw
did.
That. You saw the little scrolling GoFundMe.
Yes, that was
I
awesome.
posted our emails. So there is no reason you can't get in touch with us, talk to us, bring up some topics that you'd like for us to discuss, any movies you'd like for us to review, any restaurants for sure. We will go there and eat their food and tell you about it. You know what I'm saying? Burger City said something. I didn't read the comment. I saw them comment on something.
They gave a thank you to. They gave a couple thank yous that.
I just saw the
to a couple
Burger
comments
City
that to a
pop
couple
up.
comments that we
Cool.
did. So I made sure to comment back.
Cool. And whenever you see a comment, you're never gonna know which brother it is. So why don't you ask, or
That's right.
or just say which bro is this? You know.
Oh, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Guess which bro this is making a comment on your shitty style.
If it's feet, it's him.
If
If it's feet, it's him.
I'll raise my hand.
It's not me.
me.
Anyone talking about feet, it ain't me. Trust
It's
me.
me. I'm a critique. I'm a critic.
No.
I'm a critic. There's some of that hits our page. There's some dumb shit going on that every once in a while, like I can't like resist. And I was like,
pray
oh,
tell. What do you mean?
like you thought that was funny, or some shit like that. Just like you know, like there's a couple of dudes that like putting up you know, these pictures like, hey, when your chick said she was gonna wash herself, but you find out she didn't.
Oh,
Whatnot, and I write something like, so you couldn't tell before.
right.
You're like, what are you?
That's probably Huck. That's probably Huckleberry. He's known for that.
Yes. That's the name. That's the name I remember.
He does all those.
They're hilarious.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, he's a cop, by the way.
Is he really?
Yeah, he is.
Ah, you let that fucking steam off.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess you got to.
Yeah, I
You
guess.
can't keep that shit in.
No.
Or somebody's gonna die.
But that guy carries a gun, so it's like,
Yes, it's all right.
you gotta wonder, huh? You gotta wonder. Well, Huck, you made the show.
Well, you made the show, Huck. Yeah, you gotta let some of that steam off.
You do.
Otherwise, you just go. You do that. End up doing some crazy. Did you see the video of the guy throwing this kid off the bus?
No.
It's fucking hilarious.
Wow.
There's a guy. A school bus pulls up, and there's this bus driver grabbing this little kid.
Oh, but he's
saying,
not a kid.
Get the fuck off the bus! Get the fuck! Just throws him off.
Is this the one where he's not a kid?
But it's not a kid.
He's a midget or something like. I saw this and didn't know what I was looking
It
at.
tripped me out. I was like, holy shit! And wait, what? Oh,
That's a grown ass man.
it was hilarious. They had to be in on it.
Come on, man.
That had to be staged.
That had to be staged.
That had to be staged.
Like, where was he going?
No,
What-
unless you think that there's like some pedophile kid getting.
Oh my god! I did see that, and I was like, "Wait a minute, it's not a kid." And
Yeah.
and everyone was rooting for the, "Hey, you can't do that!"
Right, and people were
And they
getting on
saw-
the bus and stuff, and then you see
Yeah, old face,
That's not
baby
a kid.
fist face.
That's not a kid. Did you see the story of the fucking couple in Indiana?
No.
There's a couple in Indiana
Oh my gosh.
adopted a child from, I guess, the Soviet Union or the Ukraine or something like that.
And they
They
left.
thought the baby was 6 years old. Turns out the kid's like 25.
This was Dr. Phil was even on this.
Oh, was
on
it?
this as well? Yeah. Yes. Yes.
It's just like some weird shit, and apparently like the kid tried to kill the
She was
parents,
standing over the parents at
and
midnight.
like tried to poison their drinks and shit like that, and
But then the mother. So that I did see that story, and I actually saw it on someone else's show with Dr. Phil as the guest, with the girl. on
Okay.
it, and with the new family. You know, now there's a biracial couple.
there's a new
that-
family.
A new family has the girl.
It's not a girl though. Isn't it a
girl.
grown woman?
No, it's a girl. Give or take 20 to 30. She ain't 17. She says she's 17. They left her in her apartment with a pack of food stamps and paid the rent for a year and left. The family that you're talking about. That's how they got indicted for abandoning a child.
Wow.
They said when you how do you adopt a child, you don't get a chance. You don't get to refund and say,
Right.
hey, I don't want it. You know, you don't get to bring it back. You know. And they said, well, she's an adult. So they did a bone marrow test. They did all kinds of tests. She's a dwarf.
But she's an adult, though, right?
The jury is still out on what her true age is.
On what her true age is.
And she doesn't even know because she's been transferred to 23 different people. So they think she's maybe in her 20s. She says she's 17. They think she doesn't know how old, and the records are all. She is from Slovenia or something like that. One of those Slavic countries. But yes, I did see it, and it's weird. And the new family's like, well, we're going to love her and support her. And treat her. And she couldn't reach the stuff in the apartment with like the choker scene. Which is hilarious. Could you let me out?
At some point, in my opinion, this might be harsh to say.
Yeah.
But you just got to give up on being kind.
Yes.
Like when you put all that together, like you've been in 23 different homes and say, you know what? Hey, let's just not involve ourselves with this.
There's a different life for you.
Because I don't want to be wrong about this. Because wrong means my family is dead.
Yeah. Well, even the mother, the mother who was being questioned for leaving the kid, she took a video and she told the girl, hey, could you make my cereal for me or whatever? And showed her pouring the cereal, took the video, took it to the judge and said, I caught her poisoning my stuff, and then brought the stuff with the poison in it. Lied. They fixed it up, but they said we put a nanny cam and see her. This is her pouring the cereal for me.
Oh, but she's lying.
She's lying. She actually told the daughter to pour her cereal, real.
Oh, okay.
Hey, can you make me a bowl of cereal? I'm tired, whatever. And the little dwarf did it, and she was caught on camera. And she went and told the judge, see, I even have video of her poisoning me, with.
Oh, okay.
And had a bag of cereal with rat poison in it. Okay. They brought it. They brought it to the judge, and had it tested, and said, I think it's poison. It tastes funny,
Okay.
But she put it in. The mother put it in.
But there's no way. Yeah, there's no way you can determine that was.
They were just trying to get out. They were trying to get out of the contract. They were trying to get out of the fucking deal. Wow. How do you do that?
And there's no way you can talk about her without being disrespectful.
No,
because you just said it like so. The little dwarf poured the fucking milk in the thing. There's no. You can't like who is she? The little thing there.
They said they would wake up in the middle of the night, see her standing over their bed with a knife, and Dr. Phil says, "But she's 3 feet tall. How is she standing over you? Like she would be standing under you."
Yeah.
What?
So her head's like by the
at the foot of the bed. Come on, man. Get your fucking story straight, folks.
At that point, you could kill her then, and then that would be your story. So look, I kept seeing her at the foot of my bed with a knife. I don't know what the fuck was going on. I pulled up my gun and shot her.
Yeah, this was weird, and we decided to go with the.
We decided to kill her.
We decided to stand our ground.
Yeah. We decided to stand our ground, and we buried her.
She's out back.
Fed her to the dog.
Oh gosh,
or something like that. And the dog was still hungry.
Oh,
she's so short.
My, how things have changed.
Oh, my God. So, in other words, the moral of the story is don't be a decent human being and take care of kids who you've got a fucking question as to, if a question mark shows up. This goes back to the fucking, to the book that I'm reading, Talking to Strangers. Because one of the things it says is that a lot of times we take these doubts that we have, but we explain these doubts away. And a lot of times it leads to we want serious doubt. We want to be definite. We want to be definite.
Yeah.
Doubts sort of lead to our ability to explain them away. Say, no, it can't be.
Yeah.
Maybe there's got to be a logical explanation, for this, and because I don't want to, I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be wrong. That type of thing.
Some things are just final, and you just can't. You don't have a choice, and you're either wrong or right.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate, but you got to learn the hard way, as they say.
How hard is it to adopt kids in the U.S.?
Not hard. So my godson Jared is adopted. He's co-worker of my wife, and she actually adopted one of their cases.
Right.
And bright young man. He's gonna be he's gonna be a pastor. I mean, he's fall in love with the church.
Mm-hmm.
He plays, he acts, he's in plays, he's with Black Spectrum Theater. He's a prime example of all he needed was a shot.
Okay.
Like all he needed was a chance, and his environment didn't give him that chance, that he was born into, which he wasn't asked to. And so the adoption process, in this case, worked for him,
mm-hmm.
Because he found the right parents who can give him the love, embrace him. And I don't even know if I should be, well, maybe he does listen, and maybe he does know, Because I remember him as a kid.
He does not know
I don't know what he knows. I'm not in his household every day. I don't know if they've ever given him, hey, you were adopted.
Well, let's fucking hope that they have told him that.
Well, I'm sorry. But
basically, the original question was, is it difficult to adopt a child in the U.S. without spilling secrets?
The answer is no. The answer is no, it's not difficult.
Now it's got to be a family meeting to discuss, okay, our shit's out there in the street.
We fuck this up all the time. But again, we're unfiltered and uncensored, so...
But I asked that because I always hear these stories about, like, hey, we adopted this child from here, we adopted this child from Vietnam, we adopted this child from blah, 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 blah. What is the obstacle with adopting a child in the U.S.?
Yeah, I don't know about the foreign stuff. I don't know why you would go and get something overseas when there's plenty of needy children here. Yeah. Even the foster system here is a little broken. I would love to see a little bit more attention paid to that foster system. Mm-hmm. I mean, I have a lot of friends who grew up in the foster care system.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends whose parents were big foster parents,
right.
And they've always had a bunch of kids at the house mm-hmm. and stuff like that. And it's sad that most people always say, oh, it's just for the check. You want the money, you want this and that. It can't be enough fucking money to feed these people, feed everybody. And so that notion of doing it for the money is bananas, But shout out to those that do
absolutely
put themselves ahead of other people and really give people a chance at life, because it's not easy,
No, not at all.
And you have to do it with people. You have to have compassion and show them, love. And I think we're all missing a lot of that these days, just being loved. And, you're seeing it perpetuate where people just don't love each other anymore.
Yeah.
Like this mean mugging walking in the street, this...
Me mugging.
Fuck you looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
We're no better than any of each other. And, at the end of the day, these people are going to pull a plug on these Instagram, Facebooks, and all these other gadgets. And you're going to be left with this void of, how do I show someone I care, or how do you.
Well, Instagram's going to start taking likes off of their...
yeah, I can't wait. They've been saying that for a year now, and it hasn't happened yet.
And that'll be interesting.
I can't wait for them to do it.
To what happens. Because
I can't
now,
wait.
I can't wait. Now your post is going to be simply because you want to post something.
Yeah.
Because you, you're not measuring, well, this one was better than the other one because this one has 600 likes and this one only has 50 likes.
Yeah, but you know what? Like anything else, humans have a way to find
a loophole.
Yeah, find something in it. It'll be views versus likes. It'll be looks versus I don't know, whatever it is. It'll be something that it's
comments.
Yeah. The post has stayed on for 50. It's ranked for 50 weeks. It's been on for whatever. They will find some way to
form of validation.
False validation, which is kind of pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
But you like it, I love it. And that's why this is Two Bros Podcast, episode 84. Dot. Peace, hair grease.
Chicken grease, turkey
chicken
grease.
Grease and turkey.
This is
duck.
This is duck.
Yeah, that's what they said.